Hi, I'm Lisa. Before I found the FitWorks program, I had been struggling with S.I.Joint pain and just really terrible pain in my hips and in my back for about, I think, 6 or 7 years. And it was bad enough that sometimes I was in a wheelchair. Sometimes I couldn't even roll over in bed at night by myself. I couldn't dress myself, and I would go to chiropractors, physical therapists, regular doctors, and I never had any sort of traumatic injury or anything, so it was really hard to figure out what the problem was and why. And I would get better for a little bit, but then relapse. And I tried a lot of different things. And a few years ago, I had a friend who was a ballet teacher teach me some posture and exercises for posture very briefly, and that helped me a lot, but it still wasn't the complete answer. It was just a beginning, but it got me thinking that maybe my problem was really caused by posture issues. And so finally, after a few more years of just trying to work with chiropractors and things and just not really solving the problem, I started looking into what I could do to improve my posture, since I felt like this was the real issue. And that's how I found the FitWorks program. And when I went and for my first visit with Gary and Sherry, I told Gary that I had S.I.Joint problems, but I didn't tell him about a lot of the other problems that I was having that the chiropractors had told me about after x-rays and MRI and all these things that they had done to figure out what else was going on with my body. And I didn't tell him that I had a curve in my spine and a twist in my spine that had been brought on by my S.I.Joint problems. But within just a few minutes of evaluating me, he was able to correctly identify not only my S.I.Joint problems, but also these other problems that the chiropractors had taken tons of x-rays to figure out. He was able to just figure out with a few very simple evaluations that he did. And so then we set up a program for me to work with him and to strengthen muscles that were weaker on one side of my body than the other. And that went after, I think, maybe 4 or 5 hours of exercise doing that, I started noticing a huge difference. My hips were stabilizing. My back pain, which was especially terrible at night, was subsiding extremely, and I've been able to sleep so much better. And I am still working on improving, but I can honestly say that my life has changed tremendously. I'm able to do the things that I need to now as a mother of 2, and I am feeling better than I have felt in years. So yeah, the FitWorks program has worked really well for me, and I'm really glad that I found them.